Hey everybody, Pastor Lauren here. I want to share with you just a moment as we come into the fall of the year about Halloween and why we approach Halloween the way we do at Word of Life Church. When I was a kid, I grew up trick-or-treating. I know many of you did, and things have changed since that time. We went through that whole era of people putting fish hooks and razor blades in apples, and in some places they still do that. But that's not why we don't participate in trick-or-treat so much. The reason we don't participate in trick-or-treat is because we got born again and found out that we are now children of the light, not children of the darkness. You can go back to the Old Testament and go back to the history of Halloween and find out that it is a holiday like none of our other holidays here in the United States. It has a history founded and rooted in the occult, in witchcraft, in worship and fear of demon spirits and trying to appease them. That's where the whole trick-or-treat thing got to. They believed that at that time the Druids and the Celts in that area of the world believed on that night of the calendar, the evil spirits were let loose and they would go around, they would trick people. But if you would put treats out, then it was like extortion. If you'd put treats out, then you could be delivered from their mayhem. And that's how trick-or-treat got started. I know costume parties, dressing up, that's kind of fun. But the scripture says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 8, "You were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light. For the fruit of the Spirit, the fruit of the light of God in our life is in all goodness and righteousness and truth." Man, I remember the days before Christ. I mean, we do all kinds of nonsense that we would do in the name of Halloween all over town. But that's not, you don't see Jesus doing that. And since I got born again, that kind of spirit left my life. And so we do what we do because we're changed on the inside. And it says, "You're once darkness, now are you light in the Lord. Walk as children of light, and finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them." Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them, for it's shameful to speak of those things which are done by them in secret. But all things that are exposed by the light and become light in our life. And so all throughout the scriptures, we're told not to have any part with witchcraft, not to have any part with the things of darkness or the occult, not to go to seances, not to do those sorts of things with wizards and witches. And so for a believer, it's totally uncharacteristic and really unchristlike to identify with those things of darkness that we used to. And again, I know a lot of people in our culture, in our country, they don't think anything about the devil and darkness, but on Halloween, they just dress up, they go to a costume party, things like that. But we know better. And for us to participate in the things of darkness when we know better would be sinful for us. And not only that, it just wars against what's in our heart. Just ask yourself, can you see Jesus behaving in the way you're thinking about behaving and in the way you're asking your kids to behave and to identify and show up? And so we have an alternative to Halloween that's coming up. You can be involved in that. And we have some other resources that we'll put in your hand. But that's why we don't participate in Halloween. We provide an alternative. So I want to just say it real clearly to you. Christians should not participate in the things of darkness. And so make a good choice as parents. Set a culture in your home. And I know the school system here in our area will exempt your kids from having to participate in those things. So help your kids to walk in the light instead of in the darkness, because you love them and you want them to have a good life. Thanks. I wanted to share my heart with you and share you that why behind the what, and enough of the what so that you have some good direction for going forward. Thanks, folks. We love you. Bye now.